This is the Leadership Podcast with Cameron Pieters that goes beyond leadership and personal growth. Hello, everybody. Cameron Pieters back with you. I have with me again today on the podcast, Jahnni Robinson. Jahnni, how are you today?
I'm great, Cam. How are you?
I am fantastic. I want to talk about an upcoming event that I know you and your business partners are getting to put on. You guys are in the final stages of putting this thing on, and we're going to talk a little bit about what that looks like and where it's going to be and those kind of things. But I want to start off by kind of talking to you about what inspired this event. You know, like, what are some of the things that are happening that you know are happening to women, and why it inspired the need to have this empowerment event?
I'm glad you asked, Cam. So there's some crazy statistics about women and financial decisions, education, and whatnot. And we have a little ways to go. So, about 75% of women don't have a financial plan, no financial goals for retirement, and we need to change that.
Yeah, I wonder, like, why do you think that is? Is that because they just don't think about it? Do they leave it to their husband? Like, why does 75? That's a huge number.
Absolutely. A lot of women defer financial decisions to their husbands.
Yeah. Do they regret that? Do you think they regret that?
Oh, I bet that's the number one regret for women.
Really?
Absolutely.
What else? I mean, we know that 75% of women don't have a plan. We know that this is a big regret of theirs. Tell me about long-term financial planning, long-term care, what life looks like for a woman in the future if they don't plan today.
Well, long-term care can be an issue. Women live longer than men.
Yeah, that's why they need to have that,
right.
that plan.
Most men, okay, so I'll use myself as an example. So my husband is 12 years older than I am, and I will take care of him through his final days, most likely, but he's not going to be here to take care of me.
Right.
So I need to really think about what I'm going to do for my long-term care needs. I don't want to be relying on my daughter to take care of me.
Right. Now, the other thing, I know that this event is going to talk a little bit about, early on in women's lives, like when they finish college, what that looks like. More women are getting college degrees than men. However, women are going to pay more. They're not going to pay off their college debt as long as a man is. I know that in the middle of their lives, they're not going to make as much money, right? So let me ask you this question: do women make the same amount as men, or is there a disparity there?
Well, there's something called the gender pay gap, and this is pretty interesting. So in 1960, and what the gender pay gap is it's the disparity in what a man makes versus a woman. So in 1960, the gender pay gap was 60 cents. So that means women made 60 cents for every dollar a man made. And in 1963, President Kennedy passed the Equal Pay Act. Fast forward to 1990, we closed that gap a little bit, but the gender pay gap was 70 cents. Today, Cam, it's 82 cents.
Okay.
So we're getting there, but it's not expected to close for another 30 years.
Right. Wow. 30 years. We got to wait 30 more years for that thing to close.
We do.
Oh man, we can't wait that long. We
Right.
need to shorten that up now. So, what other tell me, do you have any other statistics when it comes to women in finance and issues that women are finding?
Yes. So by 2030, women are expected to control $30 trillion
Wow.
in the U.S. That's a lot of money.
Okay. So do you think that is contributed to the fact that, again, women are living longer than men? So
Yes.
that's where that's transferring over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So at this event, we're going to talk about these things. We're going to talk about other issues. I don't want to call them issues. Other opportunities that women have to get ahead. Other challenges that they're faced with. Paint a picture Like if we had a crystal ball and we could look at it right now, what would this event look like? Describe that to our listeners.
Well, they are important issues to discuss. Women need to talk more about money. And we're going to have a great time. Mimosas and brunch. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? With a bunch of women? Heck yeah, I'm so excited.
Right. Where's the event being held?
It's being held at the Virgil.
Okay. The Virgil, that's on Vassar and Wells, right? It's an old
Yes.
U.S. Bank building or something, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And date, when is it?
It's on March 22nd,
March 22nd, time?
9 to noon.
9 to noon. Okay,
Yes.
so people are going to show up. We're going to they'll be able to socialize a little bit, some networking, have a little mimosa, have a little brunch. We're going to give a presentation.
Yes.
Okay.
There will be a presentation. We're having a guest speaker,
Okay, tell me about this
Yes.
guest speaker. Who do you know this guest speaker?
Christina Martinez.
Okay.
Yes. She's a financial professional.
Okay.
So she will be there to teach us all the things.
Now, is she local here?
Colorado.
She's from Colorado.
Thank you.
That's right. She's from Colorado. Okay, so she's gonna be our keynote speaker, right? Now, wait a second. If I'm not mistaken, you're gonna speak as well. Is
Yes,
that true?
I am. Yes.
right, well,
yes,
hey.
I'll be speaking, and my colleague, my business partner, Molly Rodriguez, will be speaking as well.
Okay. Can you give our listeners a little taste of what this speech is going to be? Do you want to share that, or are you
No,
holding
I
that
think
close?
no. I want them to come.
Yeah.
Come hang out, have a mimosa.
You're holding your cards close to your
Yes, I
chest on
am.
this one. Okay, but you are going to share with us your story and where you came from and what money means to you and that kind of a thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. And is there any call to action? Like, we're going to have this event. We're just going to create camaraderie. It's going to be empowerment. It's going to be, women supporting women. I mean, there will be some men there. The men will be the behind the scenes, right, as well. But ultimately, it's just to educate and empower and do those things. Would you agree with that?
Yes. And it's never too late to start saving money and planning for long-term care and retirement and those things. And I really think that women need to start talking about finances, start talking about this stuff. And, education is the starting point.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very educational seminar, where people are going to get some good nuggets that they can take with them. They can teach their children. They can teach their best friends, their family, everybody that they feel close and want to share this good information with.
Right. Okay. So, how big is this event going to be? Do you know what is there a cap on how many people can come? Like, what's the size of this thing?
We're shooting for 100 people.
Okay. And if you know somebody, can they bring somebody with them? Like, what's your thoughts there?
Absolutely. So we have an Eventbrite page. I can share the link with you. You purchase tickets on Eventbrite, and all the proceeds are going to Step 2.
Okay, Step 2. That's a woman's nonprofit for women that are in substance abuse or recovering. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
well, that's good. So all the ticket prices go to that. And we're going to have a great event. Closing thoughts or comments, anything else you want our listeners to know about this event?
Get down there and learn how money works.
All right. You heard it here. Jahnni Robinson said, get down there and learn how money works. All right. So, hey, thank you for being part of this. I know the event is going to be absolutely amazing. And, man, let's go do it. All right.
All right,
All right,
let's
have a
do
good
it.